Hey guys, welcome back to my 8th video for Money May Scouts. Today we're going to be breaking down the film on the BYU freshman, Yegor Demin. Demin is a 19-year-old from Moscow, Russia. In his lone season of college basketball, he made the Big 12 freshman team and was honorable mention All Big 12. This season, he averaged 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5.5 assists, a steal, zero point 0.4 blocks, and 3 turnovers a game. He shot 41% from the field, 27% from 3, and 70% from the line. Let's dive into Demin's strengths. Demin is a big guard standing 6'9" with a point guard skill set. He likes to impact the game in a way that elevates the play of his teammates, setting them up in positions to succeed. The first strength of Demin's that I would like to discuss is his playmaking. This first play was a great cross-court skip pass by Demin. He finds Hall in the shooter's pocket on the wing as Iowa State's defense is scrambling, and he hits a big shot. Here he comes to 2 feet, shot fakes, gets his man to jump and steps through, drawing Kata's man to leave his feet. He then drops it off for Kata, but he bobbles the catch, turning it over. Demin adapts on the fly well. He spins his block while gambles on the steal, momentarily losing his dribble, but then recovers it as the help defender blitzes. He then finds Nell drifting corner and hits him for 3. Demin has his right side to his man and uses his height to see over him. He waits on action to develop on the weak side and for Mag to cut. As soon as he comes into vision, Demin whips it to him, leading to a layup. The next strength of his is his ability to pass out of ball screen actions. Here, Demin doesn't panic when faced with a bit of pressure on the blitz. He retreats and finds his teammate perfectly on an over-the-head lob pass for the assist. This was a good read off the blitz. He was quick to react and slipped the pocket pass through to 2 defenders to Kata, who unfortunately travels. Demin does a good job reading the help defender in this pick and roll. He sees him moving in towards the roller and knows the corner guy is open. He hits him while looking off the pass, but the shot doesn't drop. On this play, he uses the ball screen, gets a paint touch, drawing 2 Wisconsin defenders, then delivers a beautiful behind the back pass to hit the open man at the top of the key for 3. The third strength of Demin's is his ability to score out of ball screens. Here he displays nice long strides after the screen, keeps the ball away from the help, and scoops it in. Demin displays great touch on the finish. He comes off the ball screen, absorbs the contact, and then extends and contorts his body to get the angle to finish the layup. On this play, he does a good job of working his man in with his dribble, then utilizing the ball screen, getting a 2v1 opportunity. He then fakes the lob to Kata to shift the BCU big, then takes another step and finishes. Demin goes right after the ball screen, spins once he gets inside the 3-point line to change directions and go back left. He then shows the ball to get Shoga to jump, turns around, and fades to hit the nice midi. Demin is also a good finisher. On this one, he turns the corner on his man after his teammate goes to screen. He splits across the lane with his long strides, draws contact, extends, and finishes the layup for the and 1. Here he rips middle, having a quick first step that gets his man on his hip, then gets a helpful screen that creates plenty of space to take it all the way to the hoop and finish with the inside hand. This was a good give and go. He gives it up, face cuts same side, gets it back, and finishes well. Demin displays a great change of pace on this play. He spins, sees his man still on his hip and nobody in the paint, and accelerates past him to finish the reverse with the left hand. The fifth strength of his is his ability to create in transition. This was a great hit-ahead pass. He finds Saunders across the court, leading to a shooting foul. This was another great hit-ahead pass by Demin. He locates Hall open running towards the right wing, whips it to him, and he knocks down a 3. Demin pushes the ball and doesn't love the options in front of him, but knows Kata is trailing. He draws the Wisconsin big in and then dumps it off behind him for the layup. Here he does a great job pushing the ball, getting downhill and drawing a bunch of Wisconsin defenders, then flipping his hips, locating Saunders who is trailing, and hitting him for 3. The next strength of Demin's is his ability to score clutch buckets. In a tied game with under 4 minutes left, Demin hits a deep, contested 3 at the end of the shot clock where he had to twist his body in midair to center himself. In overtime, he runs the baseline, finds himself open in the corner, and hits a big 3. No fear on this shot. Demin gets his handoff from Saunders, protects the ball from the potential back tap, steps across the lane, and uses all of his length to extend for the crucial layup. With under 3 minutes to go, Demin knocks down a deep 3 on the catch and shoot look. Great confidence and rhythm on this make. The last strength of Demin's to discuss is that he has good hands. This was a fantastic defensive play towards the end of this game. He blitzes the drive to the opponent and anticipates the kickout pass, stealing it to spark the transition opportunity. Demin shows good activity here. He gets his hand in the passing lane, deflects the ball, and recovers it for the steal. Demin notices his man backdooring a bit late, but flashes his great length, extending to intercept the bounce pass for the steal. Lastly, he rotates over well and had great timing to knock this ball off the Houston player's leg on the way up to force a turnover. Moving on to the development areas for Demin, there are a few aspects that he really needs to improve upon to find success in the league. The first is, as someone who is going to be a primary ball handler for a team, the ability to handle pressure. Demin is a bit too casual with his passing motion. He tries to throw overhead and has it poked from him. Luckily, it ends up being deflected out of bounds off Iowa State. Demin doesn't secure the ball well with this double team. He pivots to try to pass to the big, but has it poked from him before he can even get into a passing motion. Here he is overwhelmed with the pressure to start this game. He travels after facing the double team off the ball screen as he falls back away from them, losing his footing. This was a bad possession. He picks up the ball after just barely passing half court, putting himself in a bad spot, then gets it back later and throws way too high of a pass to Nell in the corner, leading to him spiking the ball into the ground to try and save it. The second area of improvement is limiting his turnovers on passes. Here, Demin makes a bad decision to leave his feet to try to throw his pass, and it gets deflected for a live ball turnover. This was a poor pass by Demin off the ball screen blitz. He's 6'9", but tries to throw it low and split the two guys blitzing him. He needs to ball fake and throw it either around or over the top. He needs to look for his own shot here. Instead, he gets downhill into the paint, jumps off one to try and lob this pass into the corner, and it's easily intercepted. Demin dribbles into a kill zone on the sideline, gets trapped, and tries to throw a wraparound pass, but the VC defender reads it all the way, intercepting it for an easy 2 points. The third area of improvement is to protect his dribble more effectively. Here, he's too casual as he has the ball poked from him on a stunt. Demin does a good job evading a blitz and turning the corner, but he needs to switch hands when he sees his man go from his left hip to his right hip. Instead, he gets back tapped. Demin needs to protect the ball better. He has it poked from him as he's moving towards the sideline. The Iowa State player slips around him to save it, and they end up recovering it for a steal. Demin is too loose with his dribble. He has it poked from him as he is about to spin, recovers it, then actually spins middle, exposes the ball, and has it ripped by another Houston defender. The next development area for Demin is to become a more consistent three-point shooter, but I believe this will come with time. A lot of people have knocked Demin as a shooter because his three-point efficiency was underwhelming in his lone college basketball season, but he has good mechanics, and I have faith that he could develop into a solid shooter in the league. Anthony Edwards shot 29% from three in his 1 year at Georgia and shot 40% this year on over 4 makes a game. Tyrese Maxey shot 29% from three in his lone year at Kentucky and now is a career 38% three-point shooter. Improvements in three-point efficiency can come with more spacing at the next level, being surrounded by other capable shooters that also draw attention and experience. I highly doubt Demin won't develop into a solid shooter in his NBA career. The fifth development area for Demin is his foot speed defensively. This was weak defense here. Demin doesn't make Cryer feel any pressure and he gets exactly where he wants to on the step back. Demin is fortunate that Cryer missed. Demin gets ripped off the dribble baseline. The BYU defense has to rotate over to provide help, putting them in scramble mode. As soon as the VCU player drops his body, he gets Demin retreating and stuttering his feet and then pulls back for an open three, which luckily misses. Demin flat out gets ripped baseline here, but is fortunate that he has good help behind him to stop the drive. The last development area to discuss for him is to ball watch less. Here he does it as his shot goes up when he's in the paint. He doesn't hit anybody. West Virginia gets the offensive rebound and he's late to close out. Devin's eyes are glued to the ball. He doesn't see the West Virginia player flashing in front of him until he caught the pass, but it was too late as he converts the floater. Demin only sees the ball in the drive. When it gets swung to his man Cryer in the corner, he's late to close out and fortunate that he misses. Demin rotates over to help on the drive, but turns his whole body towards the ball. As it happens, the Wisconsin player cuts right behind him and gets a wide open layup that somehow doesn't go. Moving on to the final segment of the video, let's look into how Demin's game will translate to the NBA. While taking care of the ball is a very important concern with Demin, he is young. He can improve on this and the other development areas if placed in the proper situation where he is given the freedom to make mistakes. Demin's upside as a playmaker and overall talent at his size will encourage teams to take a chance on him. So for what teams might it make the most sense for to pick Egor Demin? The first team I could see taking Demin, although I think they will draft it big, is Phoenix at pick 10. While they have a bunch of guards, they don't have a true facilitator on the roster with Tyus Jones' contract expiring and Booker and Green both being more natural shooting guards. Maybe the Suns take a chance on Demin. The second team I could see being a good fit for Demin are the Hawks at pick 13. He wouldn't start here, but would benefit from learning behind a great playmaker in Trae Young and a good defender with a more similar frame in Dyson Daniels. The last team I could see being a strong fit for Demin, especially if he slips and they miss out on Jeremiah Fears, would be Brooklyn at pick 19. Brooklyn is not in a position to compete anytime soon. Demin could be a good fit in that he would be given time to adjust to the next level and develop without the expectation to win and find success immediately. Brooklyn could be the best spot for him to flourish as a player. That's all I got on Egor Demin. If you made it to this point, thank you for watching my 8th scouting video. This will be my last video before the draft. I look forward to getting back to these NBA scouting breakdowns next season.